Hi guys, I made this video because I'm not at school today, so I want to leave instructions on what you're supposed to be working on. This is a medical terminology notebook. It's something that we'll be working on for the rest of the school year. So it'll be broken up into different parts, and so the first part is what you're going to start working on today. All right, so directions for several systems of the body. You'll be given a list of terms. I've left these things with the sub, so she'll give it to you. Miss Hill is going to she's going to pull this up on Smartboard so that y'all can see the video. It'll also be in Schoology, and then I'll probably send it on if I can on Remind. All right, so for several systems of the body, you'll be given a list of terms. You'll use the glossary that is linked on Schoology to complete it. So I have a medical terminology book that is in a folder on Schoology that you'll use. You have the pages here, 719 to 757, and that is where you'll find the definitions for each of the terms that's listed. You're not to Google, you're to use the terms that are in that book. Okay. So you'll need a folder. That's the first thing that has prongs in it. Probably also pockets, so that I can, when I give you things, if you don't put holes in it right away, that you can keep up with them. This folder cannot be a part of any other class because sometimes you'll turn it into me, and I might keep it for a few days as I'm grading them. So you don't need to, sometimes I take stuff home to grade. So if I leave it at home, it's not a big deal if you got, something in it. So it should only be for health science, this medical terminology notebook. Okay. So it should have prongs, like I said, and also probably pockets as well. All right, so you'll use the template that's provided to you, and I will show you that in a little bit. You'll tell me, you'll define the word, you'll tell me which system it belongs to, and also to use it correctly in a sentence. You'll hole punch them, you'll place them in the folder. There's a table of contents and a list of terms. You'll put those in the pocket as well. That's in your packet that you'll get today. You'll also tab your sections. We'll talk about that later. I might have tabs at school, at work or whatever, and if not, I can get some and y'all can tab them. Each section should be completed in its entirety using the medical terminology book that is linked on Schoology. You'll be able to find a glossary of terms, like I said, pages 719 to 757. This is called an anchor assignment. It's originally supposed to be in the whole school year. It's just something new that we implemented. That we were taught we had to implement in the career tech department. So I'm starting mine now. We probably won't get through all the different sections that I have listed, but we'll get through some of them. So this is not an in-class project or assignment. This is more of on your own, you pacing yourself to make sure you get it completed by the due date. Although you may have times in class that I give you to work on it, you must complete it on your time. So I'm thinking maybe once a week, I'll give y'all 30 minutes. So one class period, give y'all 35 minutes at the end of class to work on it. It won't be an everyday thing, so don't come in thinking that you're only going to work on in class, because you're not, because we still got other stuff we got to do. If you lose anything that goes in the notebook, you will have to go to Schoology and print it yourself. So please make sure that you keep up with your materials. Also, make sure that your writing is legible and neat so that I can read it. If I cannot read it, then you won't get credit for that term. There will be extra copies of the template in the health science room for you to grab what you need. Each system will have its own due date, so please be mindful of those dates. Be sure to number each term. And I'll show you an example that I made. It's going to be in your folder of how it's supposed to look. Just keep up with stuff. Only thing, the template. So I'll give you one time at the beginning of each time we're doing this section. I'll give you the list of terms. I'll give you a rubric. Those are things you keep up with. So I will go ahead, punch holes, and put them in your folder. Keep them in your folder. And also, don't, y'all like to try to copy each other, and then y'all don't write neatly, so I can't see like what exactly you're writing. So I would just make sure you're writing legible so that I can read it and you can get credit for that term. Okay, first thing that should be hole punch and put into your folder is your table of contents. So this is what this is the order that we'll go in for the most part, unless I think we should change something up. So this is your table of content. Then you will have your rubric. So for each, for each system, you'll have a rubric. So that's how I'll grade your stuff. Okay. Oh, why is that there? Stop. Okay. Sorry. So this is your rubric. So this is how you'll be graded. So neatness and readability, all information for terms is legible and easy to read. Organization is organized and all terms are hole punched in the correct order, tabbed and placed in a folder. 30 points that all of them were completed, and then 20 points assignment completed by the due date. That's your total of 100 points. 5 points deducted for each term not completed, and then 10 points deducted per day for assignments not submitted. Okay, so this next part is the terms. So these are the terms for the body structure. So they're numbered for you to put them in the correct order. So it's 1 through 62, which really 61 because 16 and 17, I made a typo. They're the same. So you can just eliminate one of them. It doesn't really matter to me. Just don't do them twice. You can do 16 or you can do 17. And I'll show you how the template is supposed to look in a second. All right, so this is how your template will look. So this is what I've given y'all. So it has 4 different ones on one paper, and it's front and back, so that's 8. So you'll have your system. So our system is body structures. That's the first one that we're going to talk about. Your medical term number. Remember I said they're numbered, so you just put the number and then you put the term. You define the word here. Not all, you probably won't use, I don't think the term definitions are really long, so you might not use all of the lines. So if you write bigger, you can skip, start here, then skip the second or third line. You don't have to write them under each other because I write big sometimes. And then you'll use it in a sentence according to the definition or whatever. So you'll have like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there'll be a second page on the back, and you can do 5, 6, 7, 8 like that. And like I said, I'll give you, that's just like the second page. I'll give you these. This is the only thing that I'm giving you more than once, and I have them in the classroom. I can't remember if I made y'all stuff last week. I can't remember if I put them in your packet. If not, I made a whole bunch of copies, and they're in that black tray under the smartboard, so you can grab some to use. I'm gonna make more when I come back, but you can grab some to get started. You should work on these today. Don't wait till I come back because we got other stuff to do. I'll probably go over it again just to make sure y'all have an understanding, but we're not going to spend the whole class period and probably won't spend 30 minutes on it on Thursday. We probably won't do anything until class until next week. And I think my due date for y'all is going to be next week. Let me see. Find January on my calendar. So I think 27th is going to be y'all's due date for this. Okay? January 27th. So y'all have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably like 10 days to complete it. Okay? So just make use of your time. You can do 10 terms a day. That's 60. So you can do for 6 days, or 6 words a day for 10 days. Well, it's due on the 27th, so I would do like 10 terms for 6 days so that you have them all completed. All right. And then I'll start working on the next one. So your terms, I'll put everything will be linked on one. So you have your body structure, you have your table of contents, you have your rubric. And so the next page I add will be your rubric for the next system, which is integumentary, and also it'll be your next set of terms. So it'll be on that. So all will be linked under this one thing. I think it'll be easier to keep up with. All right, so this is your folder. It's not active right now, but it'll be published tomorrow for y'all. So this is your folder when you log into Schoology. And then medical terminology notebook information. Just gonna show y'all. So these are your instructions, your rubric and terms. That's what I just showed you. The template, that's what I showed you. Okay, so this is your book with glossary. I'm gonna pull this up. All right. So this is your book, and like I said, I think it starts on page 719. Oh, it's not letting me. All right, so this is where it starts on page 719. So you see here, oops. These are all your terms and stuff. So you just write the definition. They're not really a whole bunch of long ones. They're, not that bad. So this is where you'll find your terms. So they're here. Okay. All right. And then we'll go this. Oh no, go back here. And this is an example I did to show you what exactly you're supposed to do. This is just the one I did. So, okay, so when you're doing your template, so you have body structures. You look at your list, number 1 is abdominal cavity. You write your definition and then you'll use it in the sentence. I didn't do all of them, so you would just say something about the body cavity, abdominal cavity. You can say what organs are in the abdominal cavity or something like that. You can figure that, you can find out what organs are in the abdominal cavity. That'll be a sentence. Okay, so, then number 2 is blood system. So you're right. Number 2, blood system. You're right. The definition, use the glossary, and then you're right a sentence. Same thing. Number 3 is system. Number 4 is cell. And then you'll flip it over. You do 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's how you do it like that. So I want you to work on this today. You should have something accomplished. Like I said, the 27th, I believe, is what I have down for y'all for your what I have down for y'all for your due date. So you got about 10 days starting tomorrow. Please be on your best behavior. Miss Hill will tell me, Mr. Hicks will tell me if you are not. So, and please be nice. Work on this. You can use your cell phone for today to access the stuff so you can see. Miss Hill can pull up the stuff on the smartboard too. That's the option. The glossary can be put up on the smartboard. All right. So if you have any questions, I'll see you on Thursday. Have a good day.